Title, man. Wait till some people get in here.
Yeah, absolutely. Message people, let them know as well that we are live.
My thing will vibrate. Yeah, we live, pal. There we have one person left. Oh man. Welcome to the Crypto Fix. I'm your man Ant.
And I'm Mike with you guys.
Look, got the lines already. Look. I hope everyone having a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. Crazy weekend. You know, I'm wearing the championship belt. My Lakers got swept last night, but we're still champions at heart.
Oh, it's a bummer, man. I was rooting for LeBron. He played all 48 minutes last night. 40 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. I mean, what a stat line. Got my Hall of Fame shirt on too, appropriately enough. But Celtics might get the same energy tonight. We'll have to see.
Definitely
where that goes.
Definitely, we got a crazy stories, crazy crypto news stories for you guys this week. We got a question of the day for you guys as well. So, Mike, what's the first story, man?
Yeah, let's talk about what yesterday was, the 13th anniversary
of Pizza Day.
Bitcoin Pizza Day, man.
So people not familiar of the anniversary of Pizza Day, Bitcoin Pizza Day. What's the guy name again? I can't pronounce his name.
Yeah.
So he spent $10,000 of Bitcoin for 2 Papa John pizzas. So back then, it was in 2010. Bitcoin only was worth around
like 9 cents.
9 cents. So it was like $41 in value. Where he spent that $10,000. I mean, 10,000 Bitcoin on 2 $30 pizzas. Now, fast forward. What's the market trade at? 27?
27 right now. Currently, it's spiked up to 68 at maximum, almost 69.
So hindsight, 10,000 Bitcoin is $270 million. So the interview the guy, do he regret doing the pizza deal for 10,000 Bitcoins? No regret. I was hungry.
That's what he says. I think there was one of the articles I was reading. It came out later. Eventually, he said, "Yeah, it was one of the dumber decisions."
But still, if you was hungry,
you're hungry.
Yeah, I got 10,000 Bitcoins.
I guess my interesting question on that is, it's so early in the Bitcoin. Bitcoin comes out in 2010, if I'm not mistaken.
09.
09, so maybe like late 09. So he invested in Bitcoin in 09, and he gives up on it on 010 before anything, or 2010 before anything happens. It feels like it was a bit of an early. It's just interesting, right? To invest into 10,000 Bitcoin and then just give it away so fast for the pizza.
But it was a market also, the first live transaction of crypto for a real thing.
Yeah.
So
historical.
It was a historical thing.
Yeah.
So you spent 10,000 Bitcoin on 2 large pizzas. Like, I get it. No, you hungry.
I get it, yeah.
Like, do you regret it? Yeah, because like I said, because you're looking at it with today's eyes. You gotta look at it from back then's eyes. Like, oh, yeah, it's like $41. Like, I can eat that.
Held on though, you could buy a couple Papa John's yourself in that rate. You know what I'm saying? You might own a couple of them.
So the main part is that we discussed off camera is, when did the kid that received it, when did he cash out?
Right, and we were talking about it. We were doing some research, and you were telling me that you ended up finding that he ended up traveling with it to a couple places around. That's what he ended up spending it on. And we were talking about some speculation, looking at the rise and fall of Bitcoin through the years of 2010 to now. And my personal prediction was around that 2012 to 2013 range, because it went from 9 cents per Bitcoin to $123 per Bitcoin,
Mhm.
right? So times that by 10,000, and you're at $1.2 million.
You think he spent all that on travel? Like $1.2 million all on travel.
I think he had to have even cashed out before that. Or I'm sorry, 123, or 1.2 million. Yeah, I would have to say close to it, or even before that, he had to have cashed out.
He had to cash away before we hit 1.2 million.
Yeah, he had to have, even before that.
It was $123, right?
Yep. Times 10,000, definitely.
Times 10,000.
Going to be 1.2 mil.
Yeah, that's 1.23 million.
And that was the first time it spiked, was up to $123 per Bitcoin. So
he had to spike before then.
Yeah,
I think he had to cash out before.
Yeah, he had to have. But man, the time before that to 123 is so limited. He had to have just cashed out quick.
And then again, like I said, I'm 19 years old. If I see, okay, if Bitcoin reached $80 a coin, so you do that by the 10,000. That's the most money I've ever made, my family ever saw. So I'm gonna cash out.
Well, and I was gonna say, we were talking about the logic. How long would you hold on to something? Let me tell you something. I remember I was at one point a 19-year-old pizza guy.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, I mean, that was my job from when I was 19 to 23. And I'll tell you, 19-year-old me, that's a pizza guy. I, like you said, I even see $50 per Bitcoin up from 9 cents. I'm probably tackling it, and I'm
I never did. Neighborhood I grew up in East New York, we never delivered pizza. I always saw the pizza car get robbed.
Yeah.
So jobs like that was like, ain't catching me like that.
Nope, I hear you. It got sketchy sometimes. There's definitely some sketchy pizza stories for sure. I think every delivery pizza guy's got some sketchy pizza stories for sure.
So 10,000, like I said, we all looking with today's eyes, but we gotta look at it. What was it back then? Before the spike happened in 2016, 17, 18, before it spiked, and when Bitcoin was really on the map, people would talk about Bitcoin, and people was the early adopters. Hold up. Balance. To feel like a fool for not holding on to my Bitcoin. Balance. When did you pull out of Bitcoin?
Yeah, that's the curiosity.
So if you look at when Bitcoin actually spiked during that time period when Bitcoin was actually on the map, people was talking about it. You think it was the proper way to hold? Like I said, because you don't see a future for it, you're not going to hold on to it.
Right. And that's the thing, people will like kind of ridicule you so fast, like, oh, he's got to feel real stupid now, or this, that, like,
But back then, I'm chilling.
It was the first spike we ever saw too at that point, even for the travel. Even people would say just to travel when you could have saved and potentially own multiple businesses or something like that. People would think initially like, yeah, that's like, but like we didn't see a consistent dip and climb from Bitcoin at that point.
5 or 6 years ago, it was about $1,000 at the time. That is true. It was. How much Bitcoin did you have?
Yeah, that's another great question, and also. On top of how much you had, how much was it when you got into Bitcoin? It's a great question.
So let me see.
You had five Bitcoin, I assume.
Yeah, 5 Bitcoin.
Solid.
That's solid, man. If you would have cashed out, that's $5,000.
Right, and like
that's a down payment on a car right there.
Yeah, and depending on when you entered, you know what I mean. Like that 5,000 could have been so valuable. And we were talking about this, right? Like the average person, like five to 10 grand is even going to be so valuable to change your life. Like the average.
Get out of any debt you may have. You pay off any debt. Like you get some type of relief.
Yeah.
Help me with college. That was a good way to look at it. Yeah.
Exactly.
So like I said, hindsight 2020 though. That is true because you didn't expect this thing to spike, and no one knew how volatile crypto was back then as well.
Right.
So nobody couldn't predict the pattern of what's going to happen with Bitcoin. So I get it. Like I said, it helps you do a tight spot. Right. So before we jump into the stories, our question of the day: if you receive 10,000 Bitcoin right now, averaging at $280 million, what are you doing? Let us know in the comments. If you receive 10,000 Bitcoin right now, he's not cashing out.
Cashing out. No questions asked.
Right now, what are you going? Are you going to I talked to Mike about this yesterday. He said he'll buy a house in a Tesla.
I'm buying a house in a Tesla. I'm getting a nice charging station.
And
I'm future proof. You know what I'm saying?
we actually put this on social media. The questions like people who really would buy a house in a Tesla. Hey, what you going to do? Are you going to reinvest? Are you going to cash out? Are you going to hold? Are you going to spend half, save half, or spend it all? They trying to spend the block with it. I don't know.
Right. That's the question. Even if you do cash out, is where are you going to put it? Are you put real estate? We talked about real estate a couple times,
yeah.
stocks, things like that.
So what you going to do? Let us know in the comments. 10,000 Bitcoins. So we put it in the chat so people can see. You have 10,000 Bitcoin.
Like I said, I'm getting a house in the Tesla, whatever, however much Bitcoin that is, the rest can stay, and we'll see what happens.
I mean, that's enough. I mean, if you cash
more than enough at this point.
If you have 10,000 Bitcoin,
oh yeah.
What?
That's like what?
What would you do?
Let's say. It's at a 5-bedroom, 3-bath.
Yeah,
that's what I said. 5-bedroom.
But you said not in New York though. You'll go somewhere.
Not in New York.
You'll go one to flower states.
Yeah. We need some nicer weather.
Yeah, it's 280 due to the current market.
Bunker. There you go.
He's I'm gonna build a bunker. We gonna prepare for war.
The apocalypse is coming. Better to be ahead than behind in that scenario. I would say balance.
I got the U part. How you edit that? Can I edit this? Oh, you know what? I ain't professional.
You can't edit the message, but you could type a new one and just
all right.
And then just repin it on that.
If you have 10,000 Bitcoin.
How much pizza are you getting with that Bitcoin?
Oh, would you buy pizza?
No.
What would you do?
I would buy a whole Papa John's.
You buy Papa John's franchise?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Since that guy bought.
Remember, you got to show pizza. If you buy a franchise, right? If you buy a franchise, you got to show somewhat liquid assets. Like how much of Papa? Let's see. Don't guess. We live. How much of Papa John's go for?
How much? Yeah, how much can I buy? Like that's. There's gonna be so many factors: size, location, business. Am I opening a new Papa John's? Am I taking over a Papa John's?
Franchise. Nah, you gonna buy a new franchise, right?
Yeah, that's gotta be. They'll email us back. I feel like I don't think there's.
So it costs.
Okay, hold on.
It costs between 130 to 120. No, I apologize. 130,000, 122, 844,000, so $420.
Wow.
Franchise fee is 25,000. You gotta have liquid assets of $250,000. So you gotta show. If you're taking out the Bitcoin, you have to show that you have over $250,000 of liquid assets. I don't know. Would he let you do it? Y'all got Bitcoin, dog.
Yeah, but I got a lot of it. 10,000.
That's not a liquid asset, but it's an asset.
Right, that's true. I might have to bend the rules for us at Papa John's here a little bit if we get that Bitcoin.
So will you pay your taxes? If you get, $280 million, are you paying taxes on it? Once you cash out whatever wallet, are you gonna pay Uncle Sam? Are you gonna say your F Uncle Sam, man?
I mean,
just in case the IRS is watching, we pay our taxes.
I probably play it safer than sorry in this regard.
I'm moving. Which country you moving to?
Yeah, that's a great question. Actually, there you go. Canada.
Nah, I wouldn't go to Canada.
No, yeah.
We're
pretty findable there, are we?
I would not go to Canada.
No. That's not very far.
Would you pay your taxes on the crypto? Can you? So it's that thin line. You can't tax the crypto.
I was saying the thing is there laws on taxing crypto? And
no,
there's no laws.
There's no law on it. But if you assume you convert it into USD,
But it's the right thing to do. I mean, it's just morally the right thing to do, right? Like if we all
Morocco, I don't know, somewhere where most tax exempt are in Dubai.
if everybody didn't find loopholes and pay their taxes, the world just might be better off. So I would like to be a person that contributes to moving the world a better direction, I would say.
Not me. I want to find every
Not me,
loophole.
he says.
I want to find every loophole not to pay less taxes.
Yeah.
How you see them rich and famous people do it? I want them same benefits. Any way not to pay less taxes. If I could change the tax code on something, that's the key.
That's funny.
Is to pay less taxes. Like, people hate on Trump not paying taxes. What's the secret? Like, how you not pay these less tax? I want to know the same secret.
Yeah.
Like, who want to pay taxes if you make the type of money, you want to pay taxes every quarter.
I get it. Every quarter too. Yeah, that'd be a nightmare.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah. Guess we'd have to fight it then.
I may go to Dubai. I went balanced. I may go to Dubai too. Like, just chill out.
Dubai?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
just chill out.
I might have to join the crew down in Dubai.
The
Bitcoin crew in Dubai. About to start our own little group. So let's talk about this first article where we talk about this husband getting divorced by his wife, hiding $500,000 worth in crypto assets from his wife on the divorce. She tried to take the assets. The argument, he was trying to, just cover it up because it's a digital asset. Basically, the husband makes $3 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
Wife was a little suspicious, hired a forensic investigator, come to find $500 million worth or $500,000 worth of crypto. My apologies.
So she hired forensic.
12 bitcoins.
He had 12 bitcoins.
Yeah, 12 bitcoins is the exact amount.
For $500,000.
Yeah.
So what made her want to hire a forensic? You said scientist?
Yep. Well, a forensic accountant.
What made you want to hire a forensic accountant? Hold up.
So I was actually interested by that too, and I guess so. This is what I was talking to you about earlier. Nick Haimonidis, he's a New York forensic investigator. I want to just read this off the sheet because it's a direct quote from him, and I don't want to screw up his quote.
Mm-hmm.
He direct quote said, "Crypto asset forensics, cryptocurrency forensics, and blockchain forensics have become a significant part of our practice and by far the fastest growing part of our practice." And he also states that 25% of his divorce-related cases involve element of cryptos.
So pretty much I'm getting divorced, right? She stopped loving me or vice versa. And I said, what? She ain't getting half. I got money. I want to put something that's for me on the side. Like, she don't deserve that.
Right.
So I put in the Bitcoin. Asset you can't touch. Now this forensic science crypto group is tracking down my activities. But if I put it on the thumb drive,
right, and
I say, I lost the thumb drive.
Here's my interesting question: is he directly states that it's a significant part of the field. It's the fastest growing part of the field, right? Why are we not getting the laws established before this is all growing for forensics?
Remember, I always say, man, the technology outpaces the law all the time.
Yeah, but
so, how do you divide that though? Like, do you still divide it as a liquid asset? Like,
because here's the thing: I read that whole article, but I could tell you from start to finish that article has no what's going to happen to this guy now. Is she going to get half the crypto? Is she going to get 6 Bitcoin or no? They didn't tell us in the article. There's nothing. Yeah. There's nothing in that article about that, and that's going to be a big question. What did you just hire this forensic investigator to not get half of the Bitcoin anyway?
Yeah, that's interesting. People would if you're going through a divorce. I hope nobody goes through it. That's a nasty thing to go through. But if you are going through a divorce and you happen to hide some of your assets, some of your money into Bitcoin, do you think your significant other deserve half of that? Let us know. It's
interesting. It's definitely an interesting question. And then on top of that, another question you have to ask yourself is, let's say the divorce is legally signed for. Man has like 300,000 cash, right?
Yeah.
But he has 300,000 cash at the time of the divorce. Then he invests into the Bitcoin with the 300,000 worth of cash.
Mm-hmm.
It's just interesting. Like, you know what I mean? Does that play into factor? Like, what if it was Bitcoin prior versus me putting my money into Bitcoin as like a scapegoat so I don't get any of my money taken? You know, like it's gonna be something they're all gonna have to look at for the laws too. You know, it's just like I'm so curious because the laws are so unclear still. It's like, does this mean she's getting the Bitcoin or is she not getting the Bitcoin? And I looked everywhere in that article. I read it 2-3 times. I saw nothing for that.
People are going to have balance. People are going to start having to consider digital assets and prenups.
Yeah.
Going forward, in the future.
Definitely. This is things they definitely just have to figure out.
Like, yo, what happened? Like, check this, right? I'm in the metaverse. Oh, like, you in the metaverse. It's full blown out. You got property in the metaverse. In the real world, you're going to do a divorce. You know, your property in the metaverse is considered a digital asset. Do you got to split that with your significant other once you get divorced? All the stuff you built in your virtual world.
It's tough. So I mean, as you know, I'm a gamer, right?
Yeah,
I'm a nerdy gamer,
right?
Like, if I'm going through a divorce, does my girlfriend get half of my World of Warcraft?
I'm about to say that. Does she get?
You know what I mean? Does she get half of my World of Warcraft gold? Does she get my loot? You know what I mean? Like, does she get half of the account? Does she get some of the characters, drag them on over to her account? Like, I mean, right? Like, that's a digital asset.
Then you gotta break down the terms of what's considered a digital asset.
I mean, a digital, like, essentially, like, as of right now, they don't have it like really clarified. I would say it's anything you could sell online for real money for real USD, right?
Yeah, I could sell World of Warcraft accounts.
Yeah, exactly. I could sell my account, my gold. That's an asset, right? Quote unquote. So the thing is, it's not determined by a popular market. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. The more popular the market gets, the more touch and control there has to be.
That's interesting. Like I said, and balance is right. You're gonna start getting prenups with digital assets, but we gotta break down what's considered a digital asset now.
Right. And I think that's like really that's got to be like one of their first and foremost focuses is what is a digital asset? We got to really establish that. I mean, it's not like this is something new at this point, right? I mean, we were talking about Bitcoin and Pizza Day 13 years ago. 13 years is a long time. That's a lot of time. We pay people to figure these things out. They got to figure these things out and get it established.
It wasn't important back then.
Yeah.
Other things going on in the world.
Yeah, that's true too.
If we want to normalize crypto as real global currency, we have to treat it like we would be a balance in a bank. Unfortunately, I think the wife should get half. I mean, I'm not just like I said. If there's no prenup and she finds it and she get cool, take the 6 Bitcoin. We'll have a nice day. But if she also get a USD on top of that, the article never explained they didn't have any. I don't know if they had children, you know, under age of 18. You know, that's child support right there. Or the whole the dude's rich, so I got accustomed to living this lifestyle. That's alimony you got to pay.
Right, and then another interesting question I have for you, Balance, is like, would there have does there have to be a certain amount invested? And would it only be certain cryptocurrencies that you could be sued for, like the main ones, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, or would it be any, like even the Pepe meme coin? Could you get for that, even if it's not worth much, knowing that it could be worth much?
If you got, I believe it doesn't matter if the coin has the value singly, but if you have a large quantity of the coin worth a significant amount of money.
And what's that? What does that money amount have to be? Is the question. Like, is it $1,000, $10,000 worth of crypto?
Mm-hmm.
That's something we have to establish too. That comes hand in hand with it, right? Like, I certainly think 12 Bitcoin in today's market is definitely something worth splitting half the assets of, especially because how centralized Bitcoin is now as well, right? You know what I mean? But like, if you have $5,000 invested into a dirt cheap cryptocurrency that hasn't grown yet, and like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, where's the cap? Where's the line?
Okay, you got to have this much in value in digital assets before we can say you get half of that.
Right. And would it be every coin is another question, or like
I think to make it simple, it got to be a certain amount.
Yeah, that I'm sure that's what they would do too, but it's something they would still have to think about too. You know what I mean?
So if I got Casper coin, right? If I got like $5,000 worth of Casper coin, is that looked at okay? You get half, like she gets, like my spouse get half of that, or like I said, like it has to be 10,000 and more.
And now here's a question that pops in my head where it gets a little crazier, right? Let's say I only have $100 invested into a cryptocurrency that's only 9 cents at the time I signed for the divorce. At the time I signed that paper,
the coin belly up,
and the coin belly's up, like, or even like I'm going to trial for it. Like, say I'm going to trial for 4 months for this, right? And all of a sudden, this skyrockets, but the papers aren't officially signed. We're still working out the deals. Like,
people are forced to sell cars and houses and split it. I don't see why something is safe just because it's digital. It gives the technical inclined party a very unfair disadvantage.
And it obviously gives you, and you're right, Balance, because it also gives you the right to literally take your cash and just put it into crypto and then not get sued for it, which would just be a kind of a terrible scapegoat for what we already have established in today's law system, and a lot of history's law system.
So we're not disagreeing what's going on. We just giving a little pushback and say, okay, where's the line is being drawn?
Yeah, I guess I'm asking the questions that they really like have to ask themselves. Like, personally, I don't know the real answers that they come out with. You know what I mean? But I think these are personally the things that they have to look at. These are the questions that they have to ask themselves moving forward. And, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think the price of the coin at the time, how much is invested into the coin, and then the growth of the coin. Like, again, like, divorce just doesn't happen overnight, right?
No,
like,
it takes time. Yeah,
but a coin going from 9 cents to $100 per coin can happen overnight.
Or 9 cents,
I'm just saying.
or $100, or to damn near nothing, to half a cent.
Yeah, it
can happen overnight.
It can happen like that.
So
it can happen just like that.
Yeah, like I said, as this goes along, as they figure this out when it comes to digital assets, like I said, like you'll need to find a market. Like, again, sold Bitcoin, $500,000. Cool, yeah, give me half.
Right.
They'll take half. If I was a terrible husband, we don't know the semantics of the relationship. If he was a terrible husband, or she may be a terrible wife, don't know.
Right.
Like, we don't know. Yo, if I did dirty, you'll take half. If I'm out here, buying pizza and hookers with Bitcoin, take it. Yo, I'm all right.
Yeah, right.
What's the next story we got?
We're talking about the FTX 2.0.
Oh,
so it looked like the patent got leaked for FTX 2.0 to come out and be released, but we don't have an official
launch date.
No, we don't.
So, if you've been living under the rock with FTX, here's a quick rundown. Sam Bankman-Fried, held as a genius of crypto. For so many years, he was on Forbes, he was on CNBC, CNN. He he gave money to politicians for campaigns, held as a visionary of crypto. Fast forward, my man doing commercials with, got a Super Bowl commercial, got celebrities endorsing the product, paying for celebrity endorsements. Come to find out, my man was doing the polar Bernie Madoff. Embezzled the money, right?
Yeah.
Jail time. Not jail, I apologize, not jail. He's allegedly, he haven't been convicted in it. I apologize. Allegedly, he's been, and say he was embezzling the money. Fast forward, I don't know, the court haven't started, the case hasn't started yet. Now, the new CEO, FTX, it's about you want to be launched. Same way it was getting freaky in the Bahamas. Sure was. Like, he was like, yo, busting open for a goon right now. I'm a straight up goon out here. So the new CEO of FTX, when we launched FTX 2.0, now my question to the people, would you open an account with FTX 2.0? Do you have full trust into FTX after everything that happened with Sam?
They have a CEO. This only happens once. So I'm actually unfamiliar with the original FTX. This is my first time hearing about it. You're educating me here. So
yeah, cool. FTX was a trading platform
Yeah.
of crypto.
yeah,
So Sam Bankman-Fried, like I said,
getting freaky in the Bahamas,
Yeah,
money
freaky-
embezzlement. Yeah, I got
money
it.
invest- allegedly.
Right, alleged. Let's not confirm nor deny. but
Exactly.
Right.
So
Toes in the sand and all the other good
the
stuff.
whole
man.
nine.
Yeah.
Caught him.
Palm trees. Yeah. Caught him.
Now he's like out on bail.
But he was arrested.
He was arrested.
Not convicted, but arrested.
He was
on those
arrested.
charges. Okay.
You know, did the hearing. He's out on bail right now, waiting for the court case. So pretty much, FTX was a trading platform. Miami Heat had the arena named after it.
Yeah.
If you remember the Super Bowl commercial, Tom Brady, the Golden State Warriors, everybody was a part of FTX was getting hit with a lawsuit. Even though, like I said, you pay for the endorsements.
Wow.
Because of what he did. I mean, pretty much, he was robbing Peter to pay Paul, but pay himself. So I say, yo, easiest Ponzi scheme. I could take your money and flip it, give you a return back, but I gotta go get someone else money to show you, yo, here's your return. But keep it going. So he got caught with that. FTX is now trying, be watching. So it's a. If you ask certain people, it was a great platform. Maybe see people say, yo, it was a great platform. Now the new CEO want to relaunch the product, relaunch the platform.
Yeah. So, and how long has it been since this original thing? How long ago did they arrest him?
All this happened this year.
Oh, this year, so it's fresh.
All this happened this year.
Okay. So it's tough. Usually, I'm a big fan of not judging an entire corporation based on a couple or even one bad heads.
He was the founder CEO.
And I agree. That's kind of tough. So now there's a new CEO. There's so many questions. Are there new employees at FTX 2.0? Right? Like, are they keeping like the similar FTX team? Because obviously, you hope not for new employees, or you hope they don't keep the same.
I hope they keep the same employees.
Yeah,
you got a clean house.
Yeah, because you got to think, like, if there was embezzlements, like, chances are some people are keeping hush. You know what I mean? Like, and so you hope they hit a fresh reset. I probably like with all the crackdowns, like we just talked about, forensics constantly growing with crypto related things. You would hope they would not be dumb enough to do a second money embezzlement if the first one even is true. I would probably, if I was in that trade and everything, I would probably give them a second chance, honestly.
Really?
But small. I wouldn't go big. You know what I mean? I would basically put in enough to where I'd be comfortable losing and see what happens, essentially. Like,
So you've been here long enough. We did articles about the SEC cracking down.
Yeah.
You think the SEC is going to give them a second chance?
Oh, I'm saying if they do give him the second chance. I didn't say it, but I think that, hey, hold on now.
You think the SEC is going to give him? No. You think Big Gary?
I don't think Gary
is going to give him a second chance.
I don't think Gary's going to give him a second
After the whole Coinbase and Binance thing clear up, you think he's not going to have a site set on FTX?
I think
2.0.
I don't think he's going to. I think he's going to do everything in his power to not let it happen. Honestly, if I had to take a guess, I'm just saying personally, I would give it a small shot at first. Just because, again, they wiped it. It's new people. It's a new system.
I understand about rebranding.
I was going to say, I don't think I'd name it FTX 2.0. I think I would want to go with something else than let's get rid of FTX and move on, right? Let's make it a new company because FTX doesn't have good ties now. You know what I mean? Like, let's kind of move forward, not go with that. But obviously, that could just be a placeholder name. Obviously, it's a no-brainer.
It could be. Like I said, would you still
go ahead
trust them? Like I said, you say you'll give them, like, what's a small amount?
I mean, it depends. That's investor by investor. I'm just saying, like, if I was in the shoes, it just depends where I'd be at in that situation. Mm-hmm. But a small percentage to where I'd be comfortable losing. Essentially, nothing crazy. See how it goes, feel it out, kind of deal.
All right. So the barrier entry,
very low risk, basically, is where I'd go. Like, very, very hesitant.
Like $20, like you like $20 a Bitcoin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, like you could lose $20. Right? It's not gonna hurt too bad. Yeah,
Right.
I feel like they have a reason for not. Negative public opinion must be at the top of the.
That's how I would feel too.
Yeah, I think because the name still holds some type of brand recognition.
Again, this is also. I mean, it's confirmed that he did confirm. The new CEO of FTX did confirm, but like it's in very, very early stages. It's just submitted. So
yeah, so
maybe they got to get past that first before they come out with something. I think it's just they got to give it some kind of name. It's like when a new console gets leaked out, right? And we call it the something, just something crazy out of there, and
the negative public opinion about the company, about the platform, it's crazy. Like, yo, do you trust? Like I get rebranded. I get brand recognition of it. Okay, FTX still has that, even though it took a negative hit. It still has that brand. It still has that brand recognition. That yo, at one point, do you think at one point, we still had good ties with the people? And I know one of the marketing people is thinking that right now. That no, at one point we still had good ties. Because let's try to we are 2.0.
Yeah.
2.0. Because the first FTX didn't work out, so we are 2.0. We are bigger and better. I already knew that was talked about in the meeting.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, it's tough, especially in a world today that really doesn't give as many second chances as they used to.
Like I said, this is crypto now.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Crypto is also a thing that's not only FTX has had a shady history now. There's been a ton of cryptocurrencies that have had, insane.
So it's like usually no second chance. Like, yo, you do dirt, you gone.
Right. So we'll see if it even makes it past Gary.
Exactly. Once Gary
let's see if it even makes it past Gary.
Once Gary clears up his schedule, it's the product and service that FTX offers worth the risk of this happening again. Also, what are the chances they will do something shady again with the spotlight on them? You're right. Like I said. Hey, have you been balancing? You've been following what the SEC has been doing to crypto platforms. It's not that, it's just hard out here. If you see, like I said, they will not do anything shady. Will the SEC allow them to get that far?
SEC says no.
Like what Gary Gensler, the chair of the SEC, allowed them to get that far to do. They even get to that point.
Gary's a fan of that word, no. So, I mean.
So that's the thing. Like I said, you're right. Like, we will not try to do anything shady. Like I said, like we know how the story ends. Like you try to do something shady again, this is gonna blow up in your face.
Mm-hmm.
To eliminate all of that, the SEC gonna say no to them. FTX may go international. They may go to international, and the SEC will make it so hard to do business in the United States for them. They'll end up closing shop and say, "Yo, we straight international."
Yeah.
So they may get a second chance internationally. I hope they can still do business in the United States, but way the culture of this shifting is going to be real difficult.
Yeah. We'll have to see. Time will tell, but like you said, I think the SEC is going to make it really hard for them to even get back out there, let alone how many people are going to trust them when they get back. It depends how much people really liked FTX for the time before, And also, I think a big thing that's going to come down to is the conviction result.
Who's going to happen to him? Yeah.
Yeah, like what happens with that? Is he just proven not guilty and we call it a day? Because if that's the case, people might still be skeptical, but a little bit more willing to go to FTX 2.0 or whatever that's going to be. And
I think what Balance said, what product and service do we offer? So if you want to stay in the United States, they say, yo, we're not going to do crypto, even though crypto built their foundation. They say, yo, we just want to focus on stocks only. Then you got a better chance. They say, yo, we offer
Significantly better chance, I would say.
even for stocks, if people could buy stocks at a early, not an early. It's on the tip of my tongue. At a significant low price point, and our fees others would be super low. Like, it's cheap, like cheaper than Robinhood.
Right, and they're definitely gonna have some incentives to get people back. Make no mistakes, they're gonna have to bring out some incentives early on to really get their.
Yeah, they're gonna take a hit. Like, you want to operate in the red for a few quarters.
Oh, for sure. I don't think they'll just come out and have success. So, but it's in the works. It's definitely confirmed in the works. So, at least to get it passed and everything like that. So we'll have to see. Time will tell. Obviously, there's still a lot to go on with that, though. I would say it's in very early development. The article is pretty short on it, but still big news. I mean, to have happen. But yeah, there's a lot of factors. Obviously, like I said, the ongoing court case with the original FTX and everything like that. Like, it's all going to play a part in this. So,
like I said, we get jealous. I mean, just stay on it. Sam is not gonna get jealous. He's gonna snitch on every person. He's gonna flip on every person.
Yeah,
just to get less jail time. Whoever did,
if he does, right?
He's gonna flip. If he already flipped already,
right?
Yo, this man can't survive in prison. You see him? Get him alive.
I am not. He's in the Bahamas though.
No, he's not in the Bahamas no more.
No more.
No.
Might want to go back.
That's what he caught him at.
Oh no.
That's what he busted him at. He was in the Bahamas. He was getting freaky one of the Bahama chicks.
Nothing
police not.
Nothing screams money and doesn't it like the Bahamas, eh?
The police not saying
yeah.
He hit it with the yo, come with us.
Yeah.
Him with that police, come with us, man.
Oh man.
Also, to go back to the question, so I never said what I would do if I got 10,000 Bitcoins. I would cry, I would smile, then I would take 1/3 for myself, take another 1/3 and invest it and hold the rest.
Into crypto still?
Yeah, I hold it just hold it the Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I just hold it. I reinvest it, real estate.
Okay, yeah, there you
keep go. Some stocks, keep the portfolio diverse. And enjoy life.
Yeah.
1/3 of the rest of it, enjoy life. Any dividends and enjoy life.
That's pretty much.
Get back to some family and friends. Get out of debt. And enjoy life, man.
No, I agree.
That's what I would do.
I'm right there with you pretty much. There's some specifics in there.
Real estate is peak investment. It sure is.
Yeah, right now, oh my God.
It sure is.
God. Yeah.
I won't buy. I'll wait. All right. So where we at? So people buy like rundown schools and turn into apartments out here. I'll invest in something like that. I said, yo, here's a small bit with the company. I said, yo, make sure you do right. I don't call. I'll beat you up. I ain't gonna call no lawyer.
No.
So I would give them some money for that. I invested some of those properties. And like I said, some stocks. I buy this at the Berkshire, the Warren Buffett stock. That's at $500,000. I buy a few, like 2 of those. That's $1 million right there. The dividends is crazy high.
Yeah.
And I'm chilling, dog. I be in the Bahamas, man.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I would probably put if I were personally in that situation, I would definitely put a couple bucks in the stocks for Activision, Blizzard, and Microsoft, because I feel like this merger is getting closer and closer, and I think a lot of people are still skeptical that this deal isn't going to get done. But I think with the overwhelming positive feedback of lately, I think the UK is going to end up having their decision either
block the deal. Again, like I said,
I think that's going to get over. I think just with the amount of outside of support outside of even Europe approved. So like eventually, and they're fighting against the UK hard. So that would definitely be.
But how do you hold on to the stock? Once you buy it right now, then once it happens, we're not trying to get nobody financial advice. When do
Yeah,
you
no,
when
no.
when do you sell
Me
it?
personally, so
Once you make the first game?
I think Microsoft is going to really make Activision Blizzard boom. I think you saw when Microsoft purchases game studios, their goal is to now put all the games on Game Pass, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of essentially to a degree what stocks kind of is to a degree. Is like, right, like you're anticipating a business to boom, you're expecting a lot of business, and you want to get a share in that company. I would probably say, me personally, I would probably wait till their first two, maybe third year.
So right now, Microsoft is trading at $317.
Dude, that went up so much in the last couple weeks.
So
That was at like 283 the last time I checked. I'm telling you.
So
See,
in the last
that's what
month,
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, dude. I didn't even know that went up to 317
Yeah,
until
so
you just said that.
the last month, it did
It's skyrocketed.
a 12% increase.
Yeah, it's. I'm not going to be surprised if those two. But Activision Blizzard is going to be the big one once they're purchased by Microsoft. I think that will shoot.
So
Because their name has just been tarnished the last couple of years, and they obviously had a huge allegation against them back in the day, and it made their stock plummet.
So you're going to invest into Microsoft and Activision?
Blizzard, if I had the money, yeah, I would invest a decent amount because I really do feel on a personal level, I'm confident in the business just because I also follow that company religiously. So,
invest in Microsoft and making some exclusive games, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I got that much in there, I'm gonna maybe navigate the ship a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Doing the quarter meetings, that the calls were coming in and say, yo, we need to try to make some exclusives.
I don't know if I do real estate. Real estate just feels like a lot of work. Like if I have that much money, like I don't want to put that much work into life at that point. You know?
I mean, you don't buy a fixer upper. You buy one that's already established.
Yeah.
Or like I say, like you find a place and say, hey, I want to invest into what you're doing.
You gotta trust your tenants to be smart. You gotta
trust anybody to be smart.
Yeah.
So the people you want to go in business with, right? Like I said, the school thing, people that's buying schools to turn old schools into apartments, or luxury apartments. They, hey, what's your, here's $1 million. I'm invested in. $1 million. I want 30% or 40% of the 40% of the company.
Yeah.
And an option to buy me out at whatever year they say you can buy me out. So every month, you just get a check. They say you did no work. You either pick up a hammer, you either get no tenants evicted, you do no work. Or you want, like I said, if you do buy real estate and you do want to get your hands dirty, then you buy your fixer upper, buy a nice place to fix it up, update it. Then, like I said, you find your tenants. Hope you got some trustworthy tenants.
Yeah, then my tenants got to call me and all that. I just don't want to. I don't want to deal with me personally. I just don't want to deal with it all. I don't want to have to deal with too many other people. If I got that money, I don't want to deal with people too often, man. Honestly, I got enough fun. If you telling me 270 million worth of Bitcoin, man,
I said third. You take a third of that for investment. You take a third for you personally.
No, that's true. Yeah. I'm just saying, if I'm at 270 million, I think I'm calling it. I'm just saying, I'm sitting out. I'm going on vacation. I'm going to enjoy it all.
I'm going to enjoy your life. Will I buy a Tesla? I don't know. I don't know.
I'm putting aside a million a year. I'm putting aside $1 million a year.
If you do it right, if you balance your life right, you can live off $1 million a year. Unless
easily.
But you got to keep your same taste where it's at right now. Your same lifestyle where it's at, but you got to keep it the same.
I mean, it's even at $1 million a year, it's going crazier than what it's at right now.
That's how you're gonna go broke. Because I could do $1 million. Let's bump it to 1.5. Let's bump it up again. So
maybe.
So if you get your house, you get a house, 3 bed, 2 baths, you paid it off, right? Cool. Yeah. You get your Tesla.
Yeah.
If you stay at that current lifestyle and you don't bump it up, yes, you go on your family vacations, and you don't bump it up. You could live off the money the rest of your life.
Forever. And that's how I am.
At the current lifestyle, you can't have no Bugattis.
I don't need it. I got the Tesla and the Hummer H2 on the side. The Hummer H2 is dope.
You can't go going crazy about getting women, all types of women.
Yeah, I'll be out.
And creating children everywhere.
Oh,
Child support.
Hold on now. I don't want to. Let's skip. Can we skip that?
I mean, like I said, you gotta keep the same lifestyle to live off of that.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
This is the same current lifestyle. Yes, you can, like I said, you're gonna upgrade a little bit, but upgrade it to enough. I could live like a semi upper class family.
Yeah.
Someone that brings in exactly 270 million.
That's how I feel. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
In other countries.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying, like, I don't even want to have to bother with somebody potentially calling my phone and asking, like, yo, our water's not working right. I don't even want that phone call. I don't even want that 5 seconds out of my day. I really don't. I'm sorry. If I got 270 million, I'm just living, man. I'm living peacefully. I don't gotta bother with nobody I don't want to bother with. You know what I mean? Like, that's just who I am as a person, though. Like, I'd be like end goal. I wouldn't like be constantly changing, but there would probably be some projects I would still do, honestly. Like,
Will you leave the country? Will you leave the United States and say, yo, I'm no longer a United States citizen?
That's tough. Damn, that is a good question.
Like I said, 270 anywhere else, you live like a king.
You think at 28, I would know if I want to stay in the U.S.
Do you want to stay? That's the thing. Do you want to stay in the U.S.? Best believe you think Uncle Sam is not going. The feds are going to look where you get this money from.
Yeah. Well, I got the Bitcoin.
You didn't pay no taxes.
Yeah, here we go.
You didn't pay no taxes.
I think I'm going to the Bahamas with the FTX team.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I feel, Balance. That's me too, dude. I just
at this point I don't think I have any financial incentives anymore.
Every day we go fishing. I'm telling you.
At 270, will you still get a job? Will you still have your job?
I might do a part-time.
You do a part-time?
Yeah, I think so. Just for something to do, man, at that point. Like the productivity, you know. I think strictly just for something to do. Like certainly not a job that I would like really like not tolerate. Like I'm not working in fast food. Like maybe I'd be a bowling alley mechanic again, or work in media. Like I love editing and doing things like that, right? Like I do it because I'm passionate about it. So like if I had editing jobs still or like voiceovers, yeah, I would still do that because
only if our job was my passion. What was my passion was. Like you said,
exactly. That's me with my my streaming and everything like that. That's exactly what I would do. Is I would just stay home and kind of live my life like I live it now.
So you stream off of Twitch and stuff like that.
Yeah, life's good, man. I just like life now, so I feel like life wouldn't change too much. Honestly, life's good. Yeah, I would stream on Twitch.
Like I said, you would get so you would get a part-time job that's less stressful.
Yeah, probably like 1-2 days a week, honestly, just to get out in the world and just experience people, honestly. And it's tough though because like.
But soon the manager says something, you're not gonna get smart with them. Like, let me tell you something.
Oh, of course I am. I'm going there for that moment. Are you kidding me? Knowing that I can. I'm going there knowing that I don't care if I lose my job. Like,
hey, yo, how much money I make?
I'm getting as many jobs as I can just to get fired. Actually, that's what I'm doing. Just like, dude, I'm fine without this place. No, I would like one or 2 days a week, like no more than 15 hours, honestly.
You looking 15 hours?
I wouldn't even work 15 hours. I wouldn't even work 15 hours a week. I would like I said, get out 2 days out of the week, see people, feel a little productive. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's interesting.
I'd probably go back to being a bowling alley mechanic 2 days out of the week.
You're not gonna deal with that. You're not gonna deal with that stress. You're not gonna deal with someone trying to curse you out.
You don't gotta deal with nobody when you're a mechanic at the bowling alley. You sit in the back behind the machines. Mm-hmm. Everybody at the front desk gets cursed out, and then they call back what they got cursed out for back to us, even though it's our fault. Front desk can't do nothing about it, but they're the face. So, yeah, bowling alley mechanic was a good job.
I mean, I feel you. Like, keep yourself like
just like again though, you're doing something for the youth, like just something to give back, man. Like,
so donate to charity.
Well, I mean that too, but like. Donate to charity, like I don't feel like I would do that because I feel like donate to charity is like rough. Like, who am I donating to? Where is this money really going? why would I donate to charity when I could just go give this money to people? And like,
You're right. People need to have a reason to wake up in the morning and feel like they accomplished something. Suicide rate spiked the year during and following retirement. You absolutely right.
Yeah.
You got 270 million sitting in the bank. You're like, and if you told a significant amount of people, yo, I got 270, you don't know who's there for you, who's there for the money.
Right.
If I'm walking around, you think someone trying to set you up,
well, and
kidnap you?
That was my biggest thing about working the job is what I work the job because like these people.
When you're not going to tell them, I say, yo, I got 270.
Right. But like, what if there's an article posted about it? What if you're that guy that bought those pizza, or you were the pizza guy, right? You're posted everywhere. With me and you know what that guy looks like now.
Yeah.
Right. Like, you know what I mean? So like, it's tough to. Oh, weren't you that guy with the first one to have 10,000 Bitcoin that cashed out for over 200 million? I know you. I saw you on the news. Word. Now I'm gonna follow you to your car and I'm gonna follow you back to your house and see where you live and plan some stuff out because that's how it goes sometimes. So that's a very scary thing you have to think about too. But
you're right. But suicide rates do spike because you don't feel like you get depressed.
Productivity is huge.
Yeah,
it makes us feel good. Again, that's why I'm grateful that I have like a ton of hobbies in life too that like are really like productive, like even going out fishing, playing sports, things like that, like music, you know. So 270 mil doesn't change the fact that humans need some kind of sort of motion. When you're only comfortable being comfortable becomes uncomfortable. A little work, a little pushback is needed. Yeah, absolutely. But that doesn't even necessarily have to be a job, right? Like you have to at least like I said, get out in the world.
Volunteer.
Yeah, volunteer. Exactly. Volunteer your time. Do good things. Like just do your best to do good for the world. Really. I mean, I don't care if you're at $2 or $200 million. Like you should live your life every day trying to make the world a better place, or people that you care about around you, their lives better. Just enhancing things, instead of making things. I feel like as long as you do that, no matter what way you do that, you made a positive impact on the world.
I mean, the old unhealed me would have said, F that, get money and bang chicks all day.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
The old me would have said that.
Old me too is definitely
now I'm older. Like, yo, that ain't it.
No,
that ain't it.
Is what works for you, absolutely. And I also strongly believe that every human's different. We were talking about like, what would you do? You would invest into real estate. I think that's a drag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's just our personalities. And that is like just doing what's right for you. I'm moving into the NBA Basketball Hall of Fame. I got the nice court downstairs to play on all day.
I'm gonna become a wrestler, man. I mean, let me join the button line.
Okay.
Acknowledge me. I don't know. Like I said, this is a good thing.
Yeah.
Everyone. I meant to mention this in the beginning. We do have the new Bitmain Antminer KS3 available for pre-order on our website at btminers.com. Go on the website, pre-order the KS3. It's giving back. I'm not going to guess. Let's pull it up.
Let's get the stats.
Let's pull it up.
About to get the stats.
Due to difficulties of mining right now, and it's mining like Casper coin, but the batch, the item don't come out until August. Hoping Bitmain releases. I'm not gonna say nothing bad about Bitmain because they may be watching. KS3. Let's see, profitability. So the KS3, am I tripping? Yeah, Y-E9 Pro profitability right now is over $5,000. I'm tripping. If I can find the miner KS3. Right now, the KS3, because it's not out right now, but at this present moment, The profitability right now is $2,555.02. Like I said, you go on our website, you can pre-order. Batches should be shipping out by August. In August, we'll be shipping out the KS3. If you want to get and mine Casper coin, this summer, btminers.com.
Yep.
Make sure you hit the pre-order button. Like I said, items will be shipped out in August. Also, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell and share the content. Help us out.
Yes.
Help us out.
Yes.
We want to travel. We want to interview different people. We want to go around the world. You may see us in Dubai. You may see us in Bahamas.
Dubai, that's what I'm talking. Bump us up to 1,000 subscribers. Let's get to Dubai, baby.
Yo, you may see us in Bahamas throwing Bitcoin.
FTX 2.0
Yo,
Bahamas edition. We're going
exactly. Yo, make sure you subscribe. Share the content. This is how we grow the channel. This is how we grow the content, man. We could, like I said, interview different people. We could go around the world. We could come to you.
Yeah.
Come to your shop. Sit down, talk. Talk this hot mess.
Yeah.
Crypto, not hot mess. Crypto, but crypto is interesting. Oh, Balance, thank you so much, man.
You.
So again, Tuesday live. Friday is a recap show. We may do a live recap. I'm working on it. We may do a live recap. Okay. We may have a special guest. Working on that one.
Okay.
Everyone, this has been the Crypto Fix. I'm your man Ant.
Mike.
We out.
Yo, Balance, thanks again for the activity in chat, man.
Definitely, man. Appreciate you.